Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Xbox One.
Xbox. Watch TV. 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 TV.
Sport, television. Television, TV.
TV. Xbox is about to become the next water cooler.
Back in 2013, the next generation of gaming consoles was revealed. First with Sony's PS4 and a few months later with Microsoft's Xbox One. Now, out of the gate, gamers and industry vets alike were somehow surprised at Microsoft's focus for their new platform. Television, sports, and pretty much all things entertainment besides gaming. These thoughts were only compounded by the announcements made at the following E3 2013 that year, where Microsoft continued focus on entertainment, pushing digital sales and online requirements by trying to cut out disc-based sales, and then Sony's immediate retort by saying an online connection wasn't required. And then this little ditty.
This is how you share your games on PS4. Thanks.
PlayStation.
This was the beginning of Microsoft's public perception downfall and the start of many backpedaling and U-turn decisions, which has now led to what many consider a stronger and more confident Microsoft, one poised to take the lead back from Sony. Now, I say back because if you're not aware, in the previous generation it was indeed the Xbox 360 that was the clear frontrunner of that console race. It had superior sales, market awareness, and publisher alignment. Since launching back in November 2013, the Xbox One has been taking an absolute beating from Sony's PlayStation 4, mainly due to public perception. Now, both platforms have made strides to evolve their consoles, which is where things start to get interesting, and Smitty has to go on a little rant. Everyone was hating on Microsoft for their focus on entertainment and TV, but that's always been their goal.
We need to get this company mobilized around an entertainment brand, a consumer brand, and something that was different, and we were taking on Sony. And to be very clear, and Seamus can maybe verify this was as much about blocking Sony to the television as it was creating a brand. That was the original intent. There was paranoia in Redmond, Washington, that Sony would somehow own the living room.
Yeah.
Now,
and Sony explicitly said it a couple of times, which, and strangely enough, every time they said it, I get all excited because it was more ammo to use.
Absolutely.
The whole reason they named the Xbox 360 that instead of the Xbox 2 was A, to separate themselves from the competition, and B, because their goal was for the console to provide 360 degrees of entertainment, to be the one machine in your living room, which is where their name for the third console came from. Now, I don't understand all the hate Microsoft got, because I'm pretty sure the PlayStation console support entertainment apps as well, but whatever. So the next thing people were all up in arms about was the requirement of an online connection and no use game policy. Personally, my Xbox One has been connected to the internet since I bought it, so I don't see what the problem is there. But what Microsoft was trying to do with the game sharing by eliminating discs was allow you to do it digitally. Imagine going to a friend's house, you sign into your Xbox Live account, and all of your games, your pins, your settings, they're all right there. Now, take that one step further, and imagine you're at work, alright? You just got that Halo 5, you can't wait to get home and play it. Well, your buddy, you're trying to get him into Halo, and he's like, you know what, you're at work right now. He calls you up, he's like, you're at work right now, sorry for bothering you. I would love to play Halo 5 and test it out before I buy it, because I'm not quite sure if I want to jump on. Is it okay if I jump into your library and I check it out and play it for a little while? Yeah, man, no problem, go ahead. You get home from work, you're like, hey, you're still playing Halo 5? You've been doing it for the last 8 hours while I'm at work? Well, that's great and all, but I'm gonna get on and play now, so get off. It gives him a little warning, it counts down, you know, after 5 minutes, he gets off your game, you got your game back, play your game, and there you go. It was an awesome idea, and hopefully that digital game lending, game sharing thing comes back later. Besides the fact that the PS4 required an online connection in certain instances, Sony blatantly ripped off that idea of game sharing from the Xbox One and then completely failed at it. And finally, the biggest point of contention, the Kinect.
I'm better.
Now, despite the fact that it's an amazing piece of futuristic technology, it just isn't really great for gaming, which only further pushes the Xbox as an everything machine as opposed to just a game console. And for the past 2 years, that has been the basic messaging. PlayStation is the best console because Sony is all about games. They're focused on the gamer, and they're all about the gamer. Both play games, both do TV and entertainment stuff, and they're both looking ahead to the future with stuff like virtual reality and augmented reality and all kinds of other stuff like Illuminum.
Xbox, go big.
Understand the problem there. So, now that you're all caught up on the state of the gaming industry going into E3 2015, let's get to the question, who won? Now, to do that, we first have to define what winning E3 actually is. And in my opinion, basically what that means is it's the company that gets you the most hyped and excited for their products through stage demos, announcements, and surprise reveals. So, without further ado, let's get on with it, shall we? It's a toss-up between Square Enix and EA for who had the worst conference. But EA brought out some cool celebrities, showed off Mass Effect and Star Wars, so that was awesome.
First of all, I'd just like to say that these mics are fucking dumb. And I feel like an idiot wearing it.
Don't act like you don't wear those during sex every single night.
Ubisoft and Aisha Tyler entertained as always, forging their own celebrity relationships actually within their games. And even dropping another...
That's pretty much it. Oh, except for this one last thing.
Wait, one more thing bomb. In the form of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Bethesda opened up the show with their first ever press conference this year and had arguably the best stage show, with all the F-bombs your ears could handle. Fallout 4 Mindgasms, a working Pip-Boy, and Fallout Shelter available right now. And this brings us to the big three. A lot of people were disappointed with Nintendo's Direct this year, with them holding back announcements on the NX, their next console, teasing a non-Samus Metroid game, and showing off a Star Fox for GameCube. Now, I personally didn't care about Nintendo's Direct this year because I've been pretty apathetic about the Japanese giant for years now. The other big gaming company from Japan came out swinging with 2 huge game reveals in Last Guardian, which fans have been waiting to see anything from for over 6 years. And then a brand new, amazing looking IP from Guerrilla Games with Horizon Zero Dawn. But that was just the start. Sony went on to reveal 2 other titles gamers have been anticipating for years, with a proper remake of Final Fantasy VII and a Kickstarter for the sequel to a Dreamcast classic, Shenmue 3. And with that, Sony didn't really need to do much else. They barely talked about the PlayStation Vita or Project Morpheus, and then flexed their corporate muscles, showing off their relationship with third parties in the form of content first on PlayStation 4 with Destiny, and now Call of Duty is home on the PlayStation platform. And finally, they closed with their flagship title, Uncharted 4. Now, bucking past E3 trends, Microsoft didn't discuss anything about crunching numbers or Kinect. It was all about the games and exclusives.
Xbox One exclusive world premiere.
Love that sound. They showed off a bunch of games that would be available this holiday season, with Halo 5, Tomb Raider looking as good as ever, Forza 6, which they lowered a car down onto the stage to show off. Freaking awesome. Rare Replay, Fable Legends, and Fallout 4 with mods from PC. Now, Microsoft also talked about future projects, showing off exclusive Recore, Sea of Thieves, and closing the show with another flagship, Gears 4. But that wasn't it. Microsoft also announced a myriad of innovations coming to their console, with the completely customizable Elite controller. A totally welcome ripoff of Steam Early Access called Xbox Game Preview, and the two showstoppers, Xbox 360 backwards compatibility. And finally, a fantastic demo of their augmented reality headset, HoloLens. But Microsoft still wasn't done. Throughout the week, they showed off the new Xbox interface, which has all kinds of fantastic new features to keep you immersed in your game and more quickly and fluidly navigate through the console. And it even incorporates Cortana, a little feature from Windows 10.
Cortana is going to make it more natural and easier to do more advanced things. Like, hey Cortana, record the last minute and share it to my activity feed.
Recorded. What would you like your message to say?
Check this out.
Sure, sharing your clip and message. Check this out. Share it, add more, or try again.
Share it. You can see that Cortana enables voice dictation, so you no longer need to type with the virtual keyboard. You can record clips, you can send messages, you can post to your activity feed, and so much more without pausing or leaving your game. That's really cool, Rich.
They also announced Summer Spotlight, which is basically a replacement for Summer of Arcade. Alright, so that is it. All the biggest announcements from E3 2015. Now, myself and Black Guy White Viola of Guziq Radio fame did our own video breaking down all these big announcements and what they could mean for the industry moving forward. You can watch that right now. Alright, so we understand the industry moving into E3. We understand what happened at E3. So finally, who won? Who is the big front runner? Who should take my money this holiday season? Well, without further ado, I think it's obvious. With all the innovative tech, customer-friendly decisions, and different games they showed off, it is certain that the clear winner of E3 2015 is you, the gamer. That is right. That is correct. Because right now is the best time to be one. Thanks for watching. Zip it up and zip it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Seriously though, to answer the question, who should take your money this holiday season, if you ask me, you gotta go with the Xbox One. You can play your old 360 games and all the awesome new Xbox One games that are coming out this holiday season. Looking to the future, if you're interested in VR, Xbox is the place to be, since they're cornering the market by partnering with both Valve and Oculus. Not to mention all the cool integration with Windows 10 that's going to be coming out soon, like streaming your game from your Xbox console to your PC. So if someone in your household needs to use the TV for like Netflix or Hulu or something like that, you can stream it and continue to play your game without issues. If you have the money for both, then of course get both, because you're going to want to play all these games on both these consoles. So there you have it, folks, my thoughts on E3 2015. But that's just my opinion. Who do you think won E3 2015? And what games are you most anticipating coming up in the next couple of years? Leave us a comment down below and let us know. Click that like button if you happen to be a gamer, and subscribe for more videos. As always, guys, zip it up and zip it out.
Another Guziq Radio in the bag. Whoop whoop. $10 or it's free, and that's just like, you don't realize most artists are giving away their music for free all the time. No one's buying music.
Too shabby way to figure out where my head's at in the game. That's fine. Ooh. That's where the just got done decorating my set. I just need some AAA batteries so I can assemble my lightsaber, which surprisingly enough uses AAAs and not crystals. And it's gonna go right here.